Good evening, friends. Santa Claus here with you on this December 18th, 2025, bringing the day's news with a warm heart and hopeful spirit. On this historic day when we remember Kublai Khan renaming his empire, Yuan, back in 1271, our present world continues to write its own complex history. The Bank of England has lowered interest rates to 3.75%, with Governor Andrew Bailey noting that rates are on a gradual path downward, but with every cut we make, how much further we go becomes a closer call. Like carefully measuring ingredients for Christmas cookies, economic decisions require precision and thoughtful consideration. Turning our attention across the ocean, the United States has announced a substantial arms package to Taiwan valued at over $10 billion, which includes medium-range missiles, howitzers, and drones. This has naturally caused tension with China, reminding us that peace on Earth remains a prayer we must continue to lift up daily. In these moments of international friction, I'm reminded that understanding and goodwill are gifts we can all share regardless of border. Meanwhile, in the Holy Land, Israel has approved a $35 billion agreement to export natural gas to Egypt from 2026 to 2040. Prime Minister Netanyahu called it the largest gas deal in Israel's history, suggesting it might strengthen regional stability. How wonderful it would be if shared resources truly led to shared peace in this region that has known so much suffering. On the economic front, inflation in the United States has eased to 2.7%, though economists caution that the recent government shutdown may have affected data collection. It reminds me that sometimes the numbers we see don't tell the whole story, just as we should look beyond appearances to see the true worth in every person. In Bolivia, a country facing economic challenges, the new government is looking to its vast lithium reserves and to the United States for assistance. With inflation above 20% and shortages of fuel and food, the Bolivian people face genuine hardship. Let us remember them in our thoughts and consider how blessed many of us are with our daily bread. China has launched a fascinating experiment, turning its Hainan Island into a duty-free zone with hopes of spurring foreign investment. Just as we open our homes to visitors during the holiday season, nations too can benefit from opening their doors to cooperation and exchange. Sadly, in Russia's Rostov region, 3 people, including 2 crew members of a cargo vessel, lost their lives in drone attacks, with several others injured. Each life lost in conflict is precious beyond measure, and these tragedies remind us why we must never cease working for peace. In Brazil, the Senate has passed a bill that would reduce former President Bolsonaro's prison sentence, setting up a challenging decision for President Lula. At the same time, President Lula has expressed frustration with delays in finalizing a trade agreement between the European Union and the South American Mercosur bloc. The path to cooperation isn't always smooth, but perseverance in good faith often leads to better understanding. India has taken a significant step by opening its nuclear industry to private firms, potentially unlocking $214 billion in investment opportunities. Prime Minister Modi hopes this will help the country grow while reducing its dependence on coal. Caring for our common home requires both innovation and stewardship. In Iran, President Masoud Pezeshkian has candidly acknowledged the overwhelming problems facing his nation, from economic troubles to water shortages. His humble admission that he doesn't have all the answers reminds us that leaders too are human, facing limitations that require compassion rather than judgment. And finally, Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum is confronting a difficult challenge in cracking down on fuel smuggling by drug cartels, an effort that has led to high-profile arrests and political complications. This struggle to uphold justice reminds us that doing what's right often requires courage and perseverance. As we prepare for Christmas just a week away, let these stories remind us that our world, for all its complexity, remains a place where hope, kindness, and generosity can make a genuine difference. From my workshop at the North Pole to wherever you may be tonight, remember that every small act of goodness helps light our path forward. This is Santa Claus, wishing you peace and goodwill until we meet again.